Hope you enjoyed your pizza. My name is Fedora. I will tell you something about Python Classroom Lab, but before I start, there was an interesting question. So I wonder how many of you actually use Fedora? That's probably the most. That was quite not surprising. Who doesn't use Fedora primarily? Okay, that's at least someone. We will not do you any harm. You don't have to be afraid. Just don't say Ubuntu very loud. Oh, thank you. And for Fedora users here, how many of you already updated to 26? And how many of you are already running on Rawhide and 27? At least a couple, okay. So back to my main thing, which is Fedora Python Classroom Lab. This is a new thing for Fedora 26, but before I go into it and try to explain what it is and what it does, let me talk a little bit about Fedora Labs. Do you know Fedora Labs? How many of you knows Fedora Labs? Nobody at all. Sanki does. Kind of knew that. How many of you know Fedora Spins? That's a little bit more. It's actually like 700% of Sanki. So for those of you who don't know either, Spins, you can find them on spins.fedoraproject.org, and then you can download Fedora with KDE or Fedora with XFCE, Fedora with LXQT, something like that. So Spins are semi-official parts of Fedora, where the official parts are Fedora Server, Fedora Workstation, Fedora Cloud, and probably Atomic Host and something like that. And if you don't like this selection, you can get Spins, which is Fedora with different desktop environments. And then you can get Labs, which is Fedora with some kind of tools pre-installed for a specific purpose. So here there are 3 labs on the slide. It's astronomy. So if you install Fedora Astronomy Lab, you will have all the tools ready that astronomers use. I have no idea what those tools are because I am no astronomer. Then there is Design Suite, where you will probably get GIMP, Inkscape, and Blender and stuff like that. And Games, where you will have all the open source games we have in Fedora, so all of them, that makes all 3 of them. And there is Robotics Suites and Security Lab. And those lab has been here for a couple of releases. I don't know if all the releases, probably not, but for a long time. And this one, Python Classroom, is a new lab starting from Fedora 26. So if you go to labs.fedoraproject.org, you can download you can download this lab and plenty of others. And what is it? So it's an image with Fedora with pre-installed stuff. There are a couple of things in there. Most importantly, this is focused on teaching Python to students. Whether it's university students, young children, or PyLadies, or adult people in your some kind of workshop on a conference, it doesn't matter. If you want to teach somebody something about Python, you can grab a ready-to-go Fedora Python Classroom Lab. The important thing is that it's all there, so all you have to do is DD it on a flash drive, and you can boot up the entire classroom full of computers with something that already is equipped with a lot of tools ready for teaching Python. This is important, especially on conferences where there are shared computers and you are somehow encouraged to create your own image. And actually creating your own image can be time-consuming, and now you just need to grab this. It has multiple Python interpreters, including PyPy, several versions of CPython and others like that. Some tooling. There is scientific stack with stuff for science like NumPy, SciPy, etc. Interactive Python shells, Jupyter Notebook, and several IDEs. There is also Git and Docs. What's interesting about this lab, and this is the first lab that comes like that, is that it has 3 options for you. So normally if you go and you download Design Suite Lab or something, you get a GNOME-powered workstation-based image. which you can get by installing Fedora Workstation and DNF install several tools. But with Python Classroom Lab, you can choose whether you want to run it on desktop, powered by GNOME, or whether you only need a headless environment. Sometimes headless environment is faster, easier for people to use. Even if they have their own computers, they just can use Docker or Vagrant. So there is a Docker image and a Vagrant image. They are essentially the same, except the Vagrant image has the kernel and stuff because there is full virtualization, and with Docker, you only have a container. This is how it looks. Then you have it on desktop. So I don't want to look back so often, but I want to show you what's what. So on the left top, this is IPython interactive shell. It has completion and stuff like that. So it's very easy to do interactive Python in this.
So that's IPython 3?
This is IPython 5. But this is running Python 3.6. You can use it out of the box with Python 2.7. And you can, of course, create virtual environments and you can use it with any Python.
Because I'm using the IPython, but not with the completion. So
this is the completion is new in Fedora 26. Yeah. And you can have talks, which is here. So if you write software which is covered with tests and you want to test it against several Python implementations, talks is a very cool tool for that. So it's not very visible from behind, I guess, but this says that the command succeeded on Python 26, 27, which is like 2.7 shortcut, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, pi 3, congratulations. Your library is covered in test on a couple of releases. What's very important for teaching, and not only Python itself, but also some kind of science on top of Python, is Jupyter Notebook, previously known as IPython Notebook, but now it's split from the IPython interactive shell on the left. So it's basically a web application where you can do stuff and it splits the output on you. It can do graphs with matplotlib and stuff like that. It looks a little bit like Wolfram Mathematica or Sage or whatever are the other tools, MATLAB and stuff like that. So this is what you get on desktop. There are several other tools as well, but of course you can also use just Docker. Currently those labs are not on official Docker Hub. Fedora only publishes Fedora image of Docker Hub, which is the base atomic host or something like that. But you can use registry.fedoraproject.org and you can get F26 Python Classroom and you run it and you can immediately go to IPython and do something with that and other tools as well. And if you are not running Linux or you don't have Docker, you can use Vagrant, which didn't fit to a single screenshot, but you can use libvirt or VirtualBox backends, and eventually you will get the very same thing as with the Docker image. I could do a live demo, but looking at your faces, let's just move to that soon so we can move and have a beer. Thank you. And if you want to know more, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry, how do I escape this? So this is the badge, I hope you all get it. And there is Fedora lovespython.org. And you will find all the links and information in there, not only about the lab itself. Now, officially, thank you, sorry.